These fish are already familiar to many of you. We've had them for almost half a year now. Today we want to show them to you again and talk in more detail about how we take care of them, and we'll also make a few changes in our aquarium. In the previous episode, we bought a much larger aquarium and moved the fish into it. Before that, they were living in an old bucket, and they barely grew at all. After moving them, the change really benefited them. They started growing and developing much faster. We fed them every day and periodically changed the type of food. Once a week, we also changed the water. This wasn't very easy, because we had to scoop it out and pour it out manually. When the water level got low, we would catch the fish and temporarily move them into a jar, but before pouring in fresh water, the aquarium needs to be completely emptied. More precisely, we disconnect the compressor and remove all the large stones. Next, using a colander, we remove all the substrate. This is actually the longest part of cleaning the aquarium because the gravel is very fine and doesn't come out easily through the colander. Once the aquarium was empty, we carried everything to the bathroom and rinsed the substrate with regular water, without using any cleaning products so as not to harm the fish. We did this kind of deep cleaning about once a month. During regular water changes, it's not always necessary to clean the aquarium this thoroughly. By the way, you shouldn't forget about cleaning the glass either. It gets dirty too. We clean it without any detergents as well. It's enough to wipe it with a sponge that has been moistened with water. Remember this compressor? Here it is. The filter that needs to be cleaned so it can purify the water better and saturate it with oxygen. Cleaning the compressor isn't difficult. You just remove the cover and take out the sponge. Of course, the sponge needs to be rinsed. And it's also a good idea to clean the filter cover, since dirt builds up there over time too. Then we put everything back together and secure the compressor inside the aquarium. Once everything is clean, we can start filling the aquarium with water. We were also advised to add a bit more substrate, which is exactly what we did. One of our subscribers suggested that the substrate should be boiled before adding it. And also, at your request, we decided to decorate our aquarium with artificial plants. You might ask, why artificial? It's simple. Live plants need dirty water, which isn't suitable in our case. We buried the plants in the substrate and then placed the rest of the decorations. Now it's time to fill the aquarium with water. After filling it, the aquarium started to look even more beautiful. We moved the fish back in. One of them immediately swam off to explore the plants, while the others just calmly swam around. The fish seemed to like everything. They swim, eat, and grow, but to better track their growth, we decided to stick measuring lines on one side of the aquarium. That way, when the fish swim next to the markings, we can take photos and compare their growth progress more clearly. At the moment, we are feeding them a meat-based food, which they seem to like the most. In the comments, many of you suggested feeding them bloodworms, these little worms. We dropped a few into the aquarium and started observing. At first, the fish barely reacted to them. They swam around and didn't touch them. So we left the worms there. The next day, we looked into the aquarium and didn't find a single worm. Most likely the fish had eaten them. Our aquarium's already quite beautiful, but some of you told us that the fish might be bored. So, to make things more interesting, we decided to add someone else to our underwater world. Ideally, we wanted to buy a turtle, but after visiting all the pet stores in the city, we couldn't find one. However, we did manage to buy some new residents, aquarium snails. We bought several of them. We consulted with the store staff, and they told us that these snails would get along well with our type of fish. They're very small and won't harm anyone. On the contrary, they are actually useful. These snails eat organic waste, specifically leftover food, and help keep the aquarium clean. We'll keep an eye on them too and keep you updated. And we also have a small request for you. Since the fish have been with us for half a year now, it would be nice to give them names. We don't know what to name them, so we're asking for your help. Write all your name ideas in the comments. And don't forget to share your advice and suggestions. We'll definitely read everything.